Challenge accepted.
I have a problem. Let's make it worse.
Cheers, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Bourbon Booze. I'm excited to be here. Today is our 501st episode, and that is really exciting. Sorry about the last couple episodes. Lack of episodes. We did Johnny Walker Blue.
That's right.
We didn't do 3 days worth of episodes last week. That was just because...
Busy.
Yeah, it is the most busiest time of the year for me, and I've been very tired. And
we're not spring people.
Well, I am.
No, you're not.
But
spring tries to murder you and me. The constant mood swings of the weather make us extremely exhausted.
It was like really warm yesterday, and now it's like cold. It's almost snowy. So I do apologize for those. Things are about to change, and I keep telling you that. My retirement's getting closer and closer, and I love saying that to you because it makes me feel good. But, yeah, so what better way to start the next 500 episodes than with a completely available, low-budget whiskey for the common man?
So we're finally going to do a common man episode after 500?
After 5 years of us trying to be booze for the common man, we're going to get to it.
We've done a total of maybe 5 that have fit that profile. We did Kentucky Gentleman.
I think it's just fitting to go from Johnny Walker Blue down to
that
10
is a
high.
pretty good.
10 high.
Never had 10 high.
I have never had 10 high either, but 10 high is from the Barton.
Oh, it's plastic. I thought it was glass.
It's from the Barton Distillery. So I assume that's very old Barton, right? Yeah, it's from the Barton Distilling Company in Louisville, Kentucky. It is 40%, I believe. I actually don't see that anywhere here. Yeah, it is 40%. For this 1.75 liter, you're talking under $20. It's about $13.
Which is
pretty decent.
When you find one that's a handle that's cheap and affordable, it's going to be around that 15 to 16 and under range. It
does say it's a sour mash. It says bourbon whiskey with natural flavors. So I'm assuming because it says bourbon whiskey, it is truly defined as bourbon whiskey and not anything added to it. You know, obviously there's no coloring because they would have had to say coloring, but bourbon flavors, with natural bourbon flavors, makes me think they may have added
maybe the natural flavor they're talking about is this caramel coloring.
Yeah, maybe. But then it's going to be called bourbon because you can't have any additives to bourbon, so it's going to be...
Watch it, we're dissing on this before we even try it, and then this is going to be our next
I have no
ancient
idea
age that we keep on the bar.
No idea what its true aging is, but I believe it's aged 2 years. Could be 4. In Kentucky bourbon whiskey. In Kentucky bourbon has to be 4, I believe. So it should be 4. I should know this stuff. I'm a bourbon steward, and I've been doing this for many years, but all of the difference between states and the legality of what's bourbon in the U.S. versus that.
Well, and the labels never help on any of them. No matter if you're finding a distillery that's so proud of everything they do, they still don't give you enough information on the bottle.
Now, I will tell you right now that offhand, it's got a nice aroma, but it's very mellow.
Very mellow,
But it also is...
Gives me like a Jack Daniels kind of vibe.
Ooh, no. You're wrong.
I thought that's the faux pas. The one bad thing you can do in whiskey is call someone wrong.
It's got a little mint, a little of the dark cherry. It actually smells really good.
Pouring yourself more, I'm going to pour myself more. It actually smells pretty decent.
It smells pretty decent, but it's very mellow.
It's not the general aroma that I like to go for. It's not very woody, or not the wood tones that I go for.
Actually,
in a bourbon.
When it comes to a bourbon, a Kentucky bourbon, this is very
kind of nutty.
Very similar to what I like, just very muted.
There's no alcohol.
Yeah.
I mean, you can snort this.
This might be the true non-alcohol bourbon instead of that other stuff that we have.
Don't mention that cursed stuff.
I still laugh when I see that non-alcohol whiskey on the shelves in the
even
whiskey
for
aisle.
40% being a cheap one, you would think it would come through in this nose more, but no.
So
this is pleasantly enough to sniff and see if you can get other undertones. It isn't easy to get the other undertones.
On cost, this is going to be a 3.
What?
Actually, if we do a 740...
Wouldn't it be a 2?
It would be a 2, you're right. If we do a regular 750, it's going to be a 1.
Mm.
So, because I think this is like $9. Oh, 5, yeah.
Other way around.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5. It's going to be a 5. Sorry.
Yeah, it's going to be...
It's going to be a 5 on cost. On aroma, I'm going to put it at a 3 because there's no medicinal, there's no...
No, it's nothing bad.
Bitterness, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not...
It's one tone.
Yeah, it's just
that
not,
one tone.
Well, I can pick out different things. It's just not very
light other things, but
super muted.
It has a very prominent one tone with a few undertones there, but
so we're gonna say a 3.
But if you like that, then, if you like that tone, this is gonna be very pleasant to get. Vanilla?
It's got... Wow.
It's also very muted on the...
Very muted, but I get a lot of that nut that you talked about. But it's also got a funky back end. It's weird. It's super weird.
It's very... not prominent in flavor whatsoever.
I don't know that I would actually ever... I can see this as a house whiskey, but only for cocktails.
No, I wouldn't use it for a cocktail.
Well, no, but I could see a restaurant using this as a house whiskey
using it
for cocktails like, whiskey and Coke, bourbon and Coke or something. And I can see restaurants using this as their house whiskey and serving it to people straight, but it's weird.
This would probably be a great introductory whiskey, actually. Nothing is overpowering.
Okay, so...
at all.
Yeah.
So you're not going to get... You don't get any bite. At all. Like, seriously, it's almost like drinking flavored water. Very, very mild bite on the side of your tongue. Mm-hmm. Very, very.
Yeah, I'm going to say it's a 5 on bite and a 5 on cost.
I'm going to say it's a 4 on bite.
You want to say 4? Because I'm not getting anything.
You get a little bit on the side of your tongue, but that's about it.
I'll go with you. 4 on bite, 5 on cost. That's a 9. We said a 3 on aroma, 10, 11, 12. So it's a 3 barrel. And it could possibly be higher than a 3, but it's going to get negated.
Yeah, I would...
Because no matter what the flavor is, I can't put it above a 3.
No, it's a 3.
Yeah.
But... I mean, like...
I'd almost say overall, because the cost is skewing it, which is what our biggest issue is, it's a 2.5, but I'm going to go with a 3.
I think because it's not terrible, it's still a good solid 3.
It's not a Kentucky...
Because with our scale, if it's...
Or Texas
Club Select.
Club Select.
Because with our scale, it tends to be that 3s are, worth to have. 2s... And 1s are just... They're not gonna... You don't want a 1.
Yeah.
At all. It's not.
I will say for a $10 bottle of whiskey, it is a sour mash, so it's going to be in that Tennessee
sour
style.
Mash is probably the style that I don't like. Because I don't think I've had a sour mash that I've liked.
I know, we'll have to pull some out and see.
I did not like the Crown sour mash at all. And I don't think I've had a sour mash that I like. And maybe that's what I'm not into this.
I think one of the things that this has going for it, because of its price and the fact that it's in a plastic thing, is that it is all bourbon. There's no neutral grain in it. It doesn't say 80% neutral grain or 50%. Oh, yeah. So that
I would say this would make a great party haver. Especially if you're wanting to introduce some friends that don't like whiskey, but you want to try and get them into whiskey. This would probably be a great way because it's probably halfway between what they normally shoot and a whiskey. You can make them sip it and they're not going to...
True. But I think about this idea of an introductory bourbon or introductory whiskey, American whiskey that you mentioned, and I actually disagree with this. I don't think, and maybe because my palate has expanded so much, but I would hate to try somebody on this. And
I don't think it would be my introductory that I would want, but I can see where some people would need this for their introductory. I would say something like Bullet. I want the prominent, distinct flavors, but this is so muted and such that you could get someone interested.
I think I would go with this.
Without turning them off, because Bullet is so good.
Just really quick, this is my first reminder, and you guys might notice this. I've been turning away. Well, we have a new mic system. We don't have lapels, so I have no idea what that's doing.
It'll sound probably about the same.
Yeah.
Because I could hear myself over there.
Okay. So,
So, another factor that you can keep in edit version, which you may cut this out, is I've been pointing towards you, essentially towards the mic, and you've been pointing towards the camera, so now you have a baseline of where you got to point.
Okay.
Talk to.
Yeah, because I always talk to the camera.
And I talk to you because it's weird talking to...
I know. Andy talks to
There's like weird
I
people
either talk to the camera or I look down.
But look at them. They're weirdos.
Yeah. Tell us what you think about 10 High. But I prefer for a low budget plastic bottle introductory whiskey. I will still be fully on board for Ancient Age.
Oh, yeah.
To me, Ancient Age is
this isn't
really
the Ancient Age replacer.
No. This is a step above McCormick.
Well, if you were playing...
A step above McCormick.
This is 1,000 times better.
But not... I mean, I would opt in for Ancient Age.
Yeah, but if you were on Ancient Age is still a pretty good budget option.
Yeah.
But if you're planning a party... and you don't like Ancient Age, you could try this one because it's affordable and it's fairly decent, and you could probably make some things with it. For my want of cocktail mixing, though, I would never choose this. It doesn't have a prominent enough flavor. I prefer things that I would never drink normally. Well, sometimes. I like to mix things that I wouldn't drink normally because of their very prominent flavor, and then mute it down with things, because then you get a nice cocktail where it has abundance of flavor. This would just get over-muted by essentially everything.
Yeah. I think this is great to try if you're on a budget, and you guys can leave comments below. This might be your favorite thing, because it is really inexpensive.
And we definitely want to hear your opinion.
This would be something really cool to buy a crap load and try aging in a barrel.
That's what I was thinking too.
Yeah. It would be interesting what to do, and this might be like
blending.
This is from Barton Distilling, so this could be basically the really quick age of very old Barton. Very old Barton's
through
pretty
a
good.
sieve barrel to where that is too cracked, so they pour whiskey through, and this is what...
Sure. But to me, if you're going to look for that inexpensive, cheap whiskey, you go to Ancient Age, by far one of the best cheap whiskeys I've ever had. Or just a few dollars more, you can go to Evan Williams 100.
Yeah.
And that's even better. So that's just my choice.
But that's if you like those bitter tones. This is the more sweet tone. So if you're not into the bitter tones, maybe give this a try, because this is a little sweeter than, say, something like Evan Williams or Ancient Age, which is more bitter, which is both of our flavor profiles.
Sounds like a rap group, More Bitter.
More.
All right, so
Up next, our new song, More Bitter.
Tell us what you think about 10 High. I can imagine there's probably a lot of you that drank this in your youth quite a bit. I can imagine I would have if it was around, but I don't ever recall seeing it before. Back in the 70s, 80s, but, well, I won't say the 70s. That's a little bit...
I can't recollect seeing it.
But the 80s, yeah. Tell us what you think. Make sure you do hit that like and subscribe. Check out Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Remember that we do videos every day, Monday through Friday, and we would really love for you to share these videos. Hit that like, but also hit that subscribe. Subscribing has no effort on your part other than subscribing, but it does give you an option to see our upcoming videos, and sometimes we have fabulous videos, sometimes we have crappy videos, but we do videos. And we do lots of things like cocktails and coffees and non-whiskeys, which are really important. But it makes us feel
Number go up, us happy.
Yeah, yeah.
Number up, serotonin release.
Okay. All right. Remember.
Also, if you're subscribed, it's more likely that you can find that episode when I eventually poison myself on a cocktail time.
Yeah, because I actually have a video holding for you. One of these days I'll put it out. All right. Remember, there's no bad whiskey. There's only good whiskey and great whiskey. For the price, this is good whiskey. I mean, wouldn't be my first choice, but it's good whiskey. Cheers, everybody.
It would be my choice over vodka.